1, we're trying to find the t-star value that corresponds to the given situations in each problem. For part A, we're asked to find the 99% confidence interval when n is equal to 36. Recall with the t-distribution that you need to determine the spaces beyond our interval such that the confidence level percent is in between those two spaces. So if we want 99% of the data to fall between our two bounds, that means that we need to have 1% of the data in total outside of the bounds, or 0.5% on each side. Now I know it's 0.5% on each side because the t-distribution is centered at 0 and it's bell-shaped and symmetric. Now 0.5% as a decimal is 0.005. So when we go to type in our area into the red box, we can type in 0.005 for that. We also need our degrees of freedom. This t-distribution has 35 degrees of freedom, and the 35 came from the fact that the degrees of freedom is equal to n minus 1. And n minus 1 in this case is 36 minus 1, which is 35. So going over to our t-table applet, we need to have 35 degrees of freedom, and we want to have an area of 0.005 for the distribution. When we compute this, we end up getting an answer of negative 2.724. It doesn't matter that the value is negative, that just means that this would be the value on the left-hand side. If we had looked over here at the left-hand side, that's the negative one. But the positive one would have been the same value since this is symmetric around 0. So the value that we're looking for t star would be 2.724. Now for the second one, be careful because this is looking for 33 degrees of freedom. But when we've already got our degrees of freedom, we don't need to subtract anything. So here we need degrees of freedom to be 33. And then for our confidence, we want to be 92% confident. Again, with 92% confident, that means that 92% of the area goes between our two bars, which means that outside of the two bars, we've got 8% in total, or 4% on each side. 4% as a decimal will be 0.04. Plugging into the t-applet for this, you will end up getting a value of t star equals 1.806. For the third one, you should end up getting a t star value of 2.33. And for our last problem, you should end up getting a t star value of 1.906. 1.903.